McCrady has inspired me to work hard in all aspects of my life, whether it's dance, music, or work, and it's so inspiring how much of his life he's given to the program and how many lives he's touched. We appreciate you and we'll miss you.
Mr. McCrady's always pushed me to be better and to be a better leader, and I really appreciate that.
Not only have you been a resilient and ambitious teacher, but you've also served as a unique mentor. Ever since the first instance in 6th grade, where I played the alto saxophone, I've developed into a more advanced and aware musician as a result of your teaching. After all, I have a skill that will be valuable throughout my whole life, the ability to play music.
Of all the things that Mr. McCrady has taught me, I think the most important thing is how to be a good leader. And Mr. McCrady led with humility in his heart, he led with love towards the students, and most importantly, he led as a servant. These, in my opinion, are the components of a fantastic leader.
Mr. McCrady has taught me about the importance of hard work and how rewarding it can be when you fully dedicate yourself to something. And he has also taught me about the importance of music in our lives and how important it is to share that passion with the people around us.
Mr. McCrady taught me about dedication and hard work.
I have been doing music for so long, and McCrady has been encouraging me to do music more, like getting into honor ensembles, for example.
Hi, Mr. McCrady. I just wanted to say thank you for influencing me to pursue music past high school.
Mr. McCrady impacted my life by letting me join his class second semester. Due to what happened this year, I didn't get the full semester experience, but through taking his class, I learned so much.
Mr. McCrady is the most dedicated instructor, equipped with intense caring and understanding of his many students. He has the virtue of patience, and he gave me new meaning to the saying, practice makes perfect. Even though nothing will be perfect, Mr. McCrady wants us to have the closest thing to it. And he encourages the best out of everyone. His many practice hours crafted us into very skilled musicians and performers, but even better students.
Yeah, and ever since 8th grade, when you welcomed me into the band after I got my bass, no matter how many bassists there were, whether it was 3 of us in middle school or 2 bassists at some point in jazz band, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being such an amazing leader and encouraging everyone to be a part of jazz and band and the importance of music is to academics and learning about life in general, and it just really taught me a lot.
Mr. McCrady has not only influenced me as a dad, but also as a teacher, just showing me how to be a good leader, to stay positive no matter what life brings my way, and to also just stand up for what I believe in no matter what.
Mr. McCrady has been the most influential educator in my life, and I wouldn't be at his alma mater pursuing a degree in music education if I hadn't been inspired by his positive attitude and endless humility. His dedication to his students and the community has had a lasting impact on not just me, but everyone who's had the pleasure of meeting him, especially his students. I know the high school will miss him dearly, but he'll continue to do great things with the ensembles at the middle school. It can be easy to take a teacher like Mr. McCrady for granted, but he truly has helped shape me into the person who I am today, and I'll forever be grateful for that.
I've known Mr. McCrady almost my entire life, and he's one of the funniest people that I know. I was super excited in 6th grade to start bands that I could finally have him as a teacher, and it's been a great 6 years. I'm sad that I won't get that 7th, but his work in the middle school program is really important, instilling a love of music into young people, and it was really important in my life, so I'm glad that other kids will get to experience that as well.
I think Mr. McCrady has impacted my life through his opening up of the world of music to me. I don't think I would have ever been as involved or as invested as I am in music without his involvement ever since I was in middle school, starting in jazz band there all the way through into college now.
Mr. McCrady has been a very awesome, positive influence on my life. Just working with him since I have been in 6th grade has just been almost always amazing. I have loved most of it. Has been awesome, and I have him to thank because I'm gonna take music with me wherever I go.
McCrady has impacted my life, essentially just by turning me onto the world of music. Really, before I got into band and all that stuff, I really only joined because it was the music elective that I preferred, rather to orchestra and all that. Band did appeal more to me. But as I got into it, it sort of turned me onto this world of music that I wouldn't really care about otherwise.
And I'm super appreciative for everything that you've done for me and my family and for my sister so far. So I really appreciate everything, and I'm really gonna miss you. I'm super happy that I got to be a part of your career at the high school and at the middle school, and can't wait to see what goes on for you. And I'm super excited to keep in touch for now and for as long as we can in the future. Thank you.
You've always pushed me to my limitations and really made me strive to be a better musician and a better person. And I feel like the effort and dedication you put into the program is really evident, and that music really is your life, and it really shows, and you're very inspiring for everyone.
What band means to me is it was a place of belonging. In middle school, when every kid was trying to find a clique to be a part of or just to feel like they fit in, band was that thing. It gave me a place to fit in and be a part of a bigger picture.
My favorite band memory was the Buddy DeFranco Festival my freshman year. It was just a super fun event, and the bus rides and all the connections I made with other people made that a very memorable experience.
My favorite band memory was going to the barbecues and being at all the parties with the other band kids.
My favorite band memory was the trip to Edmonton. I really enjoyed the food court. I had tacos. They were really good.
My favorite band memory is probably before districts last year, before Mr. McCrady was like, okay, let's all go find a closet and we're just gonna do the a cappella for our band song. And so we all got in this closet and we were just singing a cappella for our band song, and Mr. McCrady was singing with us, and it was just so awesome. And there's just so many memories that I have like that.
I had the best memories of 7 years of you teaching me. I'm so thankful. I had so much fun during Buddy DeFranco and the state music festival trips, and I just wanted to say thank you so much, and it was just an amazing time in my life.
My favorite memory is probably the Edmonton trip and the talent show when Mr. McCrady started playing the guitar.
My favorite band memory was from 8th grade when we were playing the shoe game, and we were all having a lot of fun, and Kai and Qatar were fighting over a shoe, and Kai slid across the room.
My favorite band memory is all of the variety of different music we get to play. From classical songs to playing on trash cans. It's really fun.
My favorite band memories were always the rides home from state and district. I loved singing the national anthem, the sense of pride, and also just the chats that I got to have. I made some friendships that have affected my life forever, and I just loved it so much.
My favorite memory from band last year was the band barbecue and listening to you play guitar by the fire. It was really nice to be around everyone in such a fun, happy environment.
My favorite band memory was probably the Edmonton trip.
My favorite band memory was playing Christmas songs for the people at the assisted living homes. It was really nice to see their faces light up when we played for them.
My favorite band memory was when we went to New York for the Ellington project, and I just think it was so cool how Mr. McCrady was able to help us so much in the process, and just everything that he did to get us there. It was so awesome.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady. Thanks, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thanks, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you,
Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady.
Thank you, Mr. McCrady. We'll miss you.